Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the hottest comics releasing this Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. We're going to dive right into my top picks, but first, please be sure to subscribe, comment down below, and like the video. Let me know what you guys think. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so number one, my top pick is going to be Alien #1. How could I not pick this? Writer Philip Kennedy Johnson. He's doing a fantastic job on Last God. Great at world building. Artist Salvador Larroca. He did Doctor Doom, one of my favorites from last year. I absolutely loved his art. I thought he did a great job. And I mean, the iconic cinematic terror makes its Marvel debut finally, and I'm so excited to have Marvel do Alien and Predator. I think there's some really cool things you can do with that. And the story of this sounds fantastic. Gabriel Cruz gave his life to Wayland Yutani in the case of an alien attack he barely survived, almost literally. Recently retired, Cruz is trying to patch things up with his abandoned son with the help of his friend, a Bishop-modeled android, but his re-entry into civilian life is not going smoothly, and his encounters with his deadly xenomorph are far from over. No one is safe, no one is innocent, and no one can hear you scream. And I know a lot of people have just been thinking it's just going to be another Alien comic, but since Marvel owns it, I personally think that there might be some Marvel characters in here. I could totally see Iron Man coming down trying to save, somebody from getting attacked from a xenomorph. I could totally see some cameos of certain Marvel characters, so we'll just have to wait and see about that. Carnage Black White and Blood #1 releases this week, and there is some great covers for this. There's a Ryan Otley, there's a Patrick Gleason webhead, there's just some really great covers. And I mean, Carnage rules. How could you not want to get a Carnage book? I've been waiting for a Carnage book for so long. And if you've been liking the Wolverine Black, White, and Blood ones, this is going to be very similar. It's going to be very parental advisory, very grotesque. I'm very excited. It seems that each time there's going to be different writers and artists, just like the Wolverine one. And this one centers around Al Ewing and various other writers. But the artist is Sarah Pichelli, Kyle Holtz, and Ken Lashley, which could be some great art for Carnage. So I'm very excited to see the way things turn on that one. Next up is going to be Haha #3, and we're going to be halfway there on this W. Maxwell Prince anthology series, and this one seems very fun. It's drawn by the legendary Roger Landridge, and Remy says, real friends need not speak a word to each other. So our less funny than the title suggests clown anthology continues with a silent mime story. And I've been collecting those cover B covers, but they also have really great cover A's. But this comic is so advanced, and anything W. Maxwell Prince, I believe, is just really out of his time. I think he's super futuristic with comics. I think it's above and beyond what we should be reading right now. But I think it's fantastic, and I absolutely love everything he writes. I think it's so good, and I'm very excited to see how Haha continues. Also, Stray Dogs #2 this week. #1 was a smash hit. I'm very excited. Tony Flex and Trish Forstner, they are doing a great job of the writer-artist team. I think it looks beautiful. I'm scared. I loved seeing the dogs, how they interacted with each other. It's kind of a little bit like Toy Story, where they're like by themselves. But I loved it. I thought it was so great. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time reading it. I was worried for the dogs, worried for the humans, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. It starts off with something doesn't smell right. None of the dogs know what happens behind that door at the end of the hallway. All they know is there's a punishment for sniffing around it, and once secrets are hidden in the master's forbidden room. And this comic, I love the horror movie variant covers. This one looks like it's going to be Pet Sematary, and I will be picking that up for my entire collection. I'm very excited to see how this one plays out. Now time for some series shoutouts. These are books aren't necessarily my top picks, but I do think you should check them out for a reason. So the first one's going to be Vampirella Vs Purgatori. It's going to be written by Ray Fox and drawn by Alvaro Sarseca. Sorry if I got that wrong. And this one mainly made the list because I really dig this artist, Marco Mastrazzo, and he does a fantastic cover for this comic. There is also some other really great covers. There's a Derek Chu one that I really enjoy too. And I just really love a good Vampirella comic. And if you can merge Vampirella with other Dynamite characters and it flow very well, I love those. The Red Sonja Vampirella one done by Jordi Belair was great, and I'm very excited to see this one goes down. Also, Bitterroot number 11, it's finally coming back. I'm very excited. New story arc. David Walker and Chuck Brown with Sanford Greaves art is some of the best combinations in comics right now. I think all of them together is just a great story put together. There is not one issue where I have been disappointed. And the main story of this new arc is, as Earth is overrun by hideous creatures fueled by racism, a new evil force known as the Tree of Hate has literally taken root. The Sangri family of monster hunters once again finds themselves divided and fighting each other as they confront their most dangerous threat ever. Family dysfunction meets steampunk during the Harlem Renaissance, and life on Earth will never be the same in Bitterroot Legacy. Very excited to see where things go with that one. Also, Harley Quinn number 1. I am so very excited for this one. It seems very fun. Written by Stephanie Phillips. Drawn by Riley Rossmo. And I really love Riley Rossmo's art. I think it's very unique. And I think it fits perfectly with this new Harley Quinn storyline. Just because, like, Harley Quinn's kind of crazy, and I picture, like, some crazy art in, like, her head, and this is kind of what I picture her, you know, viewing the world. So just having that, like, kind of crazy art with the fun writing, it's just going to be so great to read. She has a new costume in this one, which is really cute, and I mean, it's a relaunch. You could start brand new, somebody who's never read a Harley Quinn comic can pick this one up, and I think it's going to be just a fun ride. Also, Teen Titans Academy number 1, written by Tim Sheridan, drawn by Rafa Salvador, my bad. And it's pretty much, we're welcoming Teen Titans Academy. You know, we're having Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, Beast Boy take on these teacher roles to teach these brand new students, including Shazam, a new Australian speedster, and a trio of Gotham teens, you know, that are obsessed with Batman. And I'm pretty sure Red X is going to somewhere slip in there, and Red X is on fire right now, so I definitely think you should check that one out. And we do have a couple more late printings than we usually do this week, and you should definitely check these out if you missed the first printings, or if you just want to add them to your collection. Department of Truth number 1 4th printing comes out this week. It did just get issued for a TV show, so that's going to be on the rise. So if you don't have a number 1, I strongly suggest grabbing this 4th printing. Also, Haha number 2 second printing. It matches with the number 1 second print, which I think is so cute. I love the image that they decided to put on there. And I love how it's just like a simple pink background. I think it's very cute and perfect for this comic. Also, Stray Dogs number 1 second print. You gotta grab that first print if you or that second print if you haven't gotten it. That way you can grab number 2 as well, because trust me, you're gonna love this comic. It's very fun. I really enjoy having, you know, that balance of cutesy meets horror. I think it's great. Also, Future State Teen Titans Ruins number 1. It's not exactly a second print, but it combines Future State Teen Titans number 1 and number 2 together. That way, if you haven't gotten to read the Red X storyline before Teen Titans Academy, you could read that Future State before then, and you'd be all caught up. And there's plenty of more comics coming out this Wednesday. Be sure to check them all out at your local comic book shop, and have a great day.